and the parents whom I love so well, and the people so grand in my own Newfoundland. If tomorrow I'll bid them farewell, with a lump in my throat I'll be boarding the boat that will take me so far, far from here. It's 21 years since the first time I left, but still to my eyes come those tears. So fare thee well to my friends and relations, the party's all over, tomorrow we'll go over the deep briny foam, back to our second home, away up to Ontario. Newfoundland may be poor, but there's one thing for sure, we're proud of her wherever we roam. And each night when we sing, the rafters will ring, when we sing of our Newfoundland home. If you're born on the island, you'll never forget it, if you love it as much as do I. For there's an old saying, take the boy from the bay, but you can't take the bay from the boy. So fare thee well to my friends and relations, the party's all over, tomorrow we'll go over the deep briny foam, back to our second home, away up to Ontario. Now maybe someday I'll come back down this way, and we'll all get together once more. We'll have fish and brews and some good Newfie booze. Sure, we're really gonna rant and we'll roar. If the good Lord should call me and I meet my Maker, and on earth no longer I'll toil, please take what remains to my homeland again. Give me 6 feet of Newfoundland soil. So fare thee well to my friends and relations, the party's all over, tomorrow we'll go over the deep briny foam, back to our second home, away up to Ontario. Another short hour, we wait for the tide, then the troop ships will take me away from your side. It hurts me to leave you, for I'll miss you so. There's a cruel war raging, and I'm called to go. As we sit on the park bench, I gaze at the sky. and watch as the fall clouds go scurrying by. I see the big maple as they sway to and fro in their beautiful splendor as their green leaves turn gold. I ponder my future with you by my side. For the love I have for you, no words can describe. So sadly I leave you, I know you'll be true. And when it's all over, I'll come back to you. Now the convoy is ready, and the ships are let go to take us to Europe, to where we don't know. We'll fight for our country and the ones we love so. For we love our own land where the green leaves turn gold. While the time passes slowly and the war rages on, the fighting continues through day, night and dawn. To see my old comrades one by one lose their lives, it's hell here on earth as we try to survive. As I lay in the trenches and write to my love, for an end to this war I pray to God up above, to get me home safely and to start a new life, and to ask my sweetheart to be my dear wife. With our backs to the ocean, the fighting was tough, for God only knows we have suffered enough. The shells did explode and the shrapnel did fly. On the beaches of Dunkirk I lost both my eyes. The small boats of Britain, they took us from there to old Mother England for hospital care. Then on to my own land, to my beautiful blonde. She had heard my misfortune, I arrived, she was gone. Now the days are so lonely, and I'm a sad man, as I walk through the park with a cane in my hand. The wind through the trees so softly did blow, but now I can't see them, the green leaves turn gold. The life that's lived by the Draggerman I'd like to tell to you. Their hardships are plenty while their pleasures are few. 2 days they get from every trip with their wife and family. The life that's lived by the Draggerman is not like you and me. The life that's lived by the Draggerman is not like you and me. The star shines from the clear blue sky, the wind blows from the north. All hands on board the ship cast off, the skipper charts the course. They'll leave their sweethearts in the night, for the fishing ground they'll sail. From 6 to 14 days they'll be out on the ocean swell. From 6 to 14 days they'll be out on the ocean swell. The doors are dropped, they fight the lock as they turn and shoot away. Now watch yourself by the forward block, he heard the skipper say. For you could slip and don't forget you could easily lose a hand. It's hell on earth these men go through, the gallant Draggerman. It's hell on earth these men go through, the gallant Draggerman. As they make their toll they go below to try and get some sleep. To keep from falling from their bunks they have to brace their feet. When up on deck the mate sings out, come roll from your sacks. The nets are hooked in the bottom, me boys, and we have to take her back. The nets are hooked in the bottom, me boys, and we have to take her back. The winds are up and they knock her out, and the wharfs come rolling in. The spray comes slapping in your face from the cold easterly wind. As the net rises from the water, there's something wrong, alright. The wings are gone and the belly is ripped, we'll be mending her all night. The wings are gone and the belly is ripped, we'll be mending her all night. The days have passed and here at last they're headed back to shore. They fished the sea for 13 days, 100,000 or more. The money they make is not so great for the life of these men. 2 days with their family and they'll be back there again. 2 days with their family and they'll be back there again. Now many stories have been told about their bravery, a battle they have fought with that cold Atlantic Sea. Of loved ones who have lost their lives, we'll see them no more. But these brave men will fish again on God's great golden shore. Yes, these brave men will fish again on God's great golden shore.
Anyway, I was going to tell you fellas about this guy who had a Budgie, pet Budgie, and was always pecking the guy. So one day the guy goes down to the hardware store and he says, I want to buy a file. And the clerk says, what kind of a file do you want? He said, any kind of a file. So the clerk says, what do you want it for? Well, he says, I've got this Budgie at home. He keeps pecking me. So I'm going to file his beak. He says, if you file his beak, you'll die. I don't care. He said, give me the file. So he bought the file, took off home. A few days later, he walked into the store, and the clerk recognized the guy and said, "Hi, how you doing?" He says, "How's your Budgie?" "Oh," I said, "he died." He said, "I told you if you filed his beak, he would die." "Oh, no," he said, "it wasn't when I filed his beak. It was when I screwed his head in a vice."
Now I don't care where you're from, here to Timbuktu, you're sure to find a blue nose who's there to welcome you. You'll know his heart is lonely, you can see it in his eyes. He'll pass around the bottle, and this is what he cries. Are you from the Bay, boy, or maybe from the pier? And if you're from the Maritimes, you sure are welcome here. Perhaps you are a thinking man, someone short or tall, or just a plain old fisherman. You're welcome one and all. We'll sing about the valley, Prince Edward Island too, and songs of home, why did I roam? I'm longing out for you. Oh, how I miss my old hometown and friends I knew so well. Of all the fun while just a boy, no words can ever tell. Are you from the Bay, boy, or maybe from the pier? And if you're from the Maritimes, you sure are welcome here. Perhaps you are a thinking man, someone short or tall, or just a plain old fisherman. You're welcome one and all. If I could only be again to hear the breakers roar, while tides on the Bay of Fundy watch landward to the shore, we'll give a hand to Newfoundland and fish a squid or two, to picturesque New Brunswick and Nova Scotia too. Are you from the Bay, boy, or maybe from the pier? And if you're from the Maritimes, you sure are welcome here. Perhaps you are a thinking man, someone short or tall, or just a plain old fisherman. You're welcome one and all. For fame and for fortune I wander this earth, but soon I'll return to the land of my birth. I'll take back my treasure, but only to find they're less than the treasures I first left behind. For these are my mountains, and this is my glen, and the scenes of my childhood will know me again. No land ever claimed me, though far I did roam. For these are my mountains, and I'm going home. Strange faces well greet me and welcome me in, for soon I'll be meeting my own next of kin. This night on the island, oh, songs will be sung, for soon I'll be hearing my own mother's tongue. For these are my mountains, and this is my glen, and the scenes of my childhood well, know me again. Know that I'm never playing me, though far I did roam. For these are my mountains, and I have come home. Yes, these are my mountains, and I have come home.
I'm a young man from Newfoundland, deny it I can't. And the first place I worked was on Pinnace Fish Plant. It was through a misfortune that happened in fun. I remember it well with me long rubbers on. When the day's work was over and the plant was washed out, we always went out for a night on the town. To pick up me girlfriend to the beach travel down, and I met her that night with me long rubbers on. I knocked on her door and then she let me in, saying come over by the oil stove and warm up your skin. Her room door was open and the quilts were turned down, so I jumped into bed with me long rubbers on. We courted and kissed for the most of the night. We fell off to sleep when we woke it was light. She said, please get ready and be on your way. If you wake up my daddy, there'll be hell to pay. I said, don't you worry, and kissed her once more. I've met tougher men, dear, and that is for sure. As I reached for my shirt, he said, what did you say? He stood 6'6" and he filled the doorway. He grabbed me by the neck and then by the long drawer. With one mighty heave, sure, he flung me outdoors. I land on my seat in about 4 feet the snow, grabbed my pants by the braces and took them in tow. I took off like a shot for to get out of there. When my feet hit the ground, it was only to steer. When he finally caught up, then he kicked me headlong, and I knew without looking he had his long rubbers on. If you ever come back here, I'll break your damn neck. There's no fear of that, sir, I catches on quick. When the steamer comes up, well, I'm sure I'll be gone. So I left for Toronto with me long rubbers on. I wandered away from the place of my birth with a vision of silver and gold, and a dream in my mind that someday I would find a land I'd be proud to call home. And I'm on my long, long journey home. Never again will I roam from where the moon shines bright on a star-studded night on the shores of my Newfoundland home. The times and the visions I had long ago have grown dim with the passing of time, and the thunderous roar as the waves lash the shore bring an old picture back to my mind. Yes, I'm on my long, long journey home. Never again will I roam from where the moon shines bright on a star-studded night on the shores of my Newfoundland home. The valleys, the streams, and the pine-clad hills, and the cliffs reaching down to the sea, and the people you meet as you walk down the street makes home a reality. Yes, I'm on my long, long journey home. Never again will I roam from where the moon shines bright on a star-studded night on the shores of my Newfoundland home.
Then there was those two fellows who went up north moose hunting. So they drove up to Sudbury, and they got a light plane to fly them in from Sudbury. So after they'd unload the plane and were saying their goodbyes, the pilot said, "Now, you guys better be careful," he said, "with those guns and axes," he said, "because I won't be back for a week." So the guy says, "Don't worry," he said, "we'll be extra careful." So the plane took off. Sure enough, a week later, it comes back, circles the lake, touches down, taxis over. There were the two guys, and they had one moose each. And the guy says, "Hey, pretty good, eh?" He said, "Look at that. 2 big moose." The guy says, "Only one problem, though," he says. "The plane won't carry them." "Oh, come on," he says. "Well, we hired you to bring us in here, and now you tell us the plane won't carry them." "That's it, pal." He said, "The plane won't carry 2 moose." "Well," he said, "the pilot didn't complain last year." "Well, okay," he said, "load them on." So they loaded the moose on the plane, and they were taxiing across the lake, and the plane was having one heck of a time getting off the water. Finally, it lifted off the water, and the first row of trees crashed right in the ground. So everything was quiet. All of a sudden, the pilot came to, and he says, "Oh, my God, what happened? Where am I?" The one guy looked up and says, "About 200 yards farther than we made it last year."